Hey guys, today on Science Station we're going to be making our very own carbon dioxide fire extinguisher. Stay tuned for more. Well, welcome back to Science Station. Today we are talking about the big idea of determination. It's deciding it's worth it to finish what you started. The animal this month is the penguin, and of course the color is black. You know, it's the end of the school year, and determination is a great big idea to practice this month. Because as you finish up your school year, it might be kind of tempting to coast or lay back or just say, oh, I'll mail it in, or I won't try that much. We've only got a few weeks left. But listen, determination is deciding that it is worth it to finish what you started. To kind of show you what that looks like, we have a fun experiment today. Now, for today's experiment, you're going to want to make sure that you do it at home or at school with adult supervision. Hopefully, you're doing all of our experiments with adult supervision. Make sure you do it with adult supervision, and make sure you have some safety glasses. This is what you're going to need. You'll need a lighter, which the adults will be using. You'll need 6 tea light candles. They don't have to be this big. They can be smaller. You'll need a pitcher, some vinegar, and some baking soda. Now, when we're talking about determination, it's tempting when we start things to not finish them or to quit when things get hard. And so we're going to let this baking soda represent you. You have a lot of potential. We talk about here on Big Idea Experience that we should maximize your potential. So just take a couple tablespoons and put some baking soda in your pitcher. Your pitcher doesn't have to be this big. You just want to put some in the bottom. Now, baking soda is you. Now, if you don't know, baking soda is also called sodium bicarbonate, which is a big word for saying that it, inside of its chemical makeup, has carbon dioxide. Now, if you breathe in and breathe out, you breathe in oxygen and you breathe out carbon dioxide. A lot of things need oxygen to survive. You need oxygen to survive, but also fire needs oxygen to have heat. You have to have oxygen or propellant in there. Carbon dioxide takes heat away. In fact, sometimes you can actually find some fire extinguishers that have carbon dioxide in it, and that's what we're going to be creating. We're going to try to unlock this baking soda's potential by unlocking the carbon dioxide. Now, there's a chemical reaction when you add vinegar. I know, you've all probably seen it, and it's really exciting. Let's put this vinegar in there. You can see how it gets bigger and bigger. This kind of reminds me what it's like when you start a project, right? Like maybe you just made it on to the soccer team and you're super excited. There's all this excitement coming from it. Or maybe when you first start a school project, you're really excited to learn about a historical figure. But as things go on, things get harder. In fact, we're going to let these candles represent some challenges that we might have. Like for instance, let's say you got onto the soccer team. Really exciting, but then your coach says you have to stay on the bench for the few games so you can watch the other players play. Or maybe he tells you that you have to keep practicing your passing, even though you'd really like to practice how to score a goal or how to do a headbutt, right? I mean, there's lots of challenges that might come, like all those practices cutting into your playing video games, having to do your homework before you go to soccer practice. That's kind of hard. And all those problems might be something that makes you want to quit. This is the difference. When you practice determination, once the excitement is over, you have something that keeps you going. See, everybody can get excited about making the soccer team, but not everybody stays on the soccer team because not everybody has determination. Not everyone decides that it's worth it to finish what you started. And honestly, you can't really tell who has determination and who doesn't until they face the problems. But if they do have determination, they will face each one of their problems and take them out along the way. Because they do, they'll finish what they've started. Now, you might be wondering how I did that, right? I mean, the liquid didn't get on the candles. Well, it all comes down to carbon dioxide. The fire was using oxygen, and the carbon dioxide created from the reaction stayed in the container. And that kind of represents determination. Even though you couldn't see it, when things got hard, it kept going, and it overcame obstacle after obstacle. See, that's what determination is all about. It's realizing that if you want to maximize your potential, sometimes it's going to mean that you don't get to play as much video games as you want because you want to be good at soccer. Maybe it means that you might not be able to hang out with your friends on Friday night because you want to do really well on the test that you have on Monday, which means you have to study. Whatever it is, when you practice determination, you decide that it's worth it to finish what you started. And when you do that, you can accomplish some really big things. But it all starts when you put the big idea to work inside of you. Then you'll do the big things that'll change the world around you.
Well, Artie, all month long we've been talking about determination.
That's right, deciding it's worth it to finish what you've started. And it's not just for monkeys or Mr. Dan to practice, it's for kids too, right?
That's exactly right. And especially, we're ending up the school year here in May for most kids, and we want to make sure they finish strong in school.
That's very true. Don't want you to mail in, work hard, and finish what you've started. Feels good to finish what you've started, not just at school, but at home too, right?
That's right. Maybe, your dad comes home or your mom says, hey, will you go out and clean out the garage? You could haphazardly go out there and move some stuff around and maybe sweep a few cobwebs out, or you could really clean it out, sweep it well, wash it down, put things back where they go, and really impress your mom and dad.
It's true. Determination, I like it because it's not just treating others right by doing what you say you'll do, but it makes you feel good when you finish what you started. Makes you feel like you maximize your potential.
That is right, Artie. And even some of the kids that'll be on summer break, maybe you're not the best reader or you don't understand math that well. Maybe you do a few things during the summer to help you launch into a great new year.
That's a good idea. Determination can really work inside you to change the world around you, huh, Mr. Dan?
That is correct, Artie. Now, we got some exciting news that I know you're just dying to share with everybody.
Can I finally tell everybody about it?
You can.
Oh boy, well, I've been waiting to tell you guys this for months, but we've been working really hard and worked with some really creative people and have come up with this month's teacher resource.
That's right.
All during the school year, we do a free teacher resource for all you teachers that sign up on our Big Idea website. Yep. But this month, we wanted to let all of our teachers know about the resource called Artie's Arcade.
That is awesome.
It's a super fun game that's a lot of fun to play, right?
Yeah, and we got a chance to play each other, and a lot of times, you beat me in a lot of those games, But it kind of goes all over the big idea, and it has some fun things to do. It is amazing, Artie. And, I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
Just think of those people that helped us do that game. They had to have determination to finish it.
It's true, they did.
They had a few problems, and they could have said, oh, well, let's just forget it. Instead, they were determined to finish it and do it well.
And because they were, you can find it on the BigIdeaExperience.com/games, where you can play the game today.
That's right.
And all through the summer, so you don't forget the big idea.
That's right. And so as we close, we want to go over the big three one more time.
That's right. The first one, of course, Mr. Dan, is make smart decisions.
And we want people to treat others right.
Yep. And finally, of course, when we do that, we know we're maximizing our potential.
Well, Artie, it's time for us to go. Why don't you say a big goodbye to everybody?
We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Thanks for joining us.
Check out our other videos.
That's right.